It is just about 10 minutes gone past the hour of 9 o'clock, and we're here at the Vibes 101.3 FM today, Thursday, the 11th of October 2018. Yes, you are hearing a familiar voice, and of course, this is yours truly, Bella. As usual, on a Thursday, we have our radio program, the radio program with Vibes FM, and you can always view us live on our Facebook page as Vibes 101.3 FM, or if you have any questions during the interview, you can call the telephone numbers 443-0101 or 439-0101, or feel free to drop your questions in the comment section on our Facebook page. Let's go straight over to our guest. As usual, we have Mr. Johnson, who is here with us this morning. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Hi, morning, Blair. How are you?
I'm doing good this morning, and you?
I'm excellent.
Yes, I guess. And of course, we are joined by other companies, official members of MASA, head members of MASA, and who is no stranger to Carriacou and also the Vibes. We have Mr. George Gordon, our sales manager. Good morning, Mr. Gordon.
Good morning to you, Blair, and also to everyone in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. I just want to say a special good morning to you. Everyone in the hospitals as well, nurses, police, everybody that's keeping us safe and also taking care of us when we're in the hospitals.
And we have visiting for the first time in Carriacou and Grenada, of course, our transport director, Mr. Dusty Cook. Good morning, Mr. Cooks.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me be on the show today. And I look forward to speaking with your audience.
You're very much welcome. I know that they're looking forward to hearing from you. And of course, he was here the last time we spoke about the opening. Yes. Mr. Reginald Anderson, our senior Vice President of International Marketing. Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning. Glad to be back. With great news.
I can hear that in your voice.
Absolutely,
I can hear that.
Absolutely. And I hope everybody's smiling.
Good. So, with the good news, I'm going to let Mr. Johnson tell us the good news. What's happening today?
Well, as you all know, we're opening our office officially today at 10 a.m. For those who are not sure the location, we're between, where not just what old office was, that's between Mermaid and Giga, or Madison Supplies.
Yes.
So we're expecting to see you all there. Come if you have any questions, queries, we're prepared to answer it as well. But come and enjoy what you have worked so hard to get. Because persons say, oh, Master, we need an office. And today you have got your office.
Yes. And all the hard work goes out to you.
Well, I don't think it's just me. I think it's more the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique that made this possible. I was just a humble servant, but I think they are the one that are responsible. They are the one that accepted us as a company, and they are the one that believe in the company, and it's really thanks to them.
Yeah. And I'm sure now this would answer the questions in many persons' mind if MASA is really here to stay.
Exactly. In fact, 2 weeks ago, some person tell me, MASA signing up no, because I realized all is serious, because a lot of persons had concerns. They had previous experience, concern that if we just come in just to pass through. But now they see that we actually have an office here, they're a lot more comfortable. And our thanks again to the management team, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Gordon, and to a great extent, Mr. Cook. They are the one that actually made this possible. I just the middleman, just trying to facilitate. But at the end of the day, again, thanks to everyone for making this possible.
You're very much welcome, and I'm sure that the persons are happy. So that's 10 o'clock today.
Yes.
At the office down Main Street, Hillsborough.
Correct.
Ground floor of the building adjacent to Mummy Tavern Hotel.
Correct.
That's right.
Correct. And it's 10 a.m. Don't come 10 p.m. please.
And well, I think you know what would get them coming out? We have finger foods.
Yeah. Yes, someone has to master. I think that. We have a mission. Come on.
That's right. And Mr. Gordon, as a sales manager, I know this is a very significant achievement for MASA.
Yes, it's a significant achievement for the company. I think, as Mervyn was saying, that when we came in 2012, persons had a lot of reservations about us, whether we're here to stay, whether we're legit, and whether we can perform the services that we advertise. And I think over the years, month to month, this is not something that you cash in 10 years from now. It's something that you can use, literally use every day. And we've been showing persons that they can use the service. As we do flights sometimes, we have 2 in a month where we have to bring down someone from Carriacou to Grenada. And I think the more people use it, the more they see the significance of it. And I think that's why they're embracing us now. And again, I want to say thank you to everyone for supporting us. I want to also say thank you to Marvan Johnson. Marvan moved to Carriacou and has been championing this company, our benefits and our program. And he's done extremely well. And he's been embraced by everyone here in Carriacou. And it's because of his hard work and also the customers and residents of Carriacou and Petit Martinique who has received us and the company. That's why we're here today. And also, by extension, the company as well. We're joined by two special guests. I'm always here. I'm part of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, but we have some really special guests with us. Mr. Anderson, all the way from Florida. He's the one that really pushed for this. And I want to say thank you to him. And then we have our transport director here. And I want persons to really ask questions because he's the guy that really makes things happen for us. When we have 1.5 million members worldwide. And just imagine if his transport team gets called to, whether it's a commercial flight, an air ambulance flight, motor remains transport, all sorts of things. So they're on standby to help you and us and everyone else, part of the MASA family. And anyone else with reservations about becoming a member, not just for the opening, but come and ask questions today at 10 o'clock. We're here we have a really special guest. So the man that actually provides the service is actually with us today.
Definitely. And everybody who would be able to answer any questions that they're being asked. We have Mr. Johnson, we have Mr. Gordon, we have our transport director, and of course we have our international marketing vice president. So all the questions that you have, coming down to the opening of MASA's office today, ask your questions and be sure to get your answer. Mr. Anderson, I know this is very, very important for you today. This day is very important for you. You flew all the way from Florida to Carriacou to see this happening. Tell us what you're expecting from the people of Carriacou today.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to all the residents here in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Without them believing in medical air services, this would not be possible. I also want to thank Marvan Johnson for dedicating himself to medical air services and to the people here in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Marvan has really worked hard to make this happen. And this has been something that's been going on for several years, where they've came to me and said, we need a presence in Carriacou. Well, today it is officially here. I am glad to be here to do the grand opening here in Carriacou with the people here in Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and with Marvan Johnson and George Gordon. This is a special day. It's a very special day. And I want to thank everyone for believing in us. We do what we say we're going to do. And, sometimes I can understand when you don't see the presence of an office, you can be skeptical. I get it. I understand truly. But now you've asked for it, it's now being delivered. And I'm glad that we're here. And thank you all for allowing us to come into Petit Martinique and Carriacou.
You're very much welcome. And did the Mr. Dusty Cook, Transport Director, I know that title carries a huge responsibility. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the team here for inviting me, and the residents of Carriacou for welcoming us to open arms. I've been with the company for 24 years, and you talk about establishing our presence, and we've done that throughout the Caribbean, starting in 1990 in the Virgin Islands. And progressively, we've taken our services as they are needed all the way down the Caribbean until we're here right now in Carriacou. And it's just an opportunity for the residents here in the Caribbean to have access to emergent services that will get them out of the islands into in emergent situations, into healthcare that's life-saving. We do other benefits as commercial flights too that are more apt to be used than medical flights, but we have a whole series of benefits that's going to service the residents of the island and especially our MASA members. but we are in a unique position to make these emergent flights, the services available. We have a series of air ambulances located throughout the Caribbean that are available for the residents here to move them into Grenada or Barbados or Puerto Rico or United States or Colombia. So we have access to those services, and now those members will have access to those emergent services also.
And definitely, and such an important thing to MASA, transportation. I mean, that is what it is all about, medical air service transportation. So persons, you have any questions coming down to the opening today, don't miss it. It starts at 10 o'clock. You have any questions, coming down and ask them. We have everybody that will answer your question. Everybody will be there. Mr. Johnson, of course, who is no stranger. Everybody knows Mr. Johnson, Mr. Gordon, the sales manager. You have any questions, coming down and ask your questions. Any last words as we wrap things up?
Again, I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity to have this today, because I said over and over again, and Mr. Anderson and Mr. Cook along Mr. God will agree with me, and we don't see our members just as members, but we see them as family members. As a result, hence the reason why we're prepared to go beyond to provide this office today. And so I just want to tell everybody, thanks for being a part of MASA, being a part of MASA family, because you know how it is. When second count, you can count on us.
And of course, don't wait until the last minute to sign up. You will regret it.
Exactly.
Sign up with MASA today, and of course, you will not regret it. So once again, thank you all so much, and we hope that everything goes well today. Mr. God, you wanted to say your last words?
Yes, I also wanted to say, because I've spoken to somebody recently who's had ties in Martinique, and I actually know that there's quite a few residents in Carriacou who have connections, French connections, and would want to go to hospitals in Martinique. Come to the office today if you haven't heard about it, to find out about our USA Direct plan, which gives you gives you more choice into not just the closest facility that could handle your emergency, but a specific island, or even directly to Florida, from Grenada, directly into Florida. So come and get some information on it. We have a variety of benefits, and we have 2 plans that we have on offer. Come get some information. Information is power. All right?
Definitely. Don't miss it. And again, finger foods are available. All right, thank you guys so much, and I wish that the day goes as perfectly as planned. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.